Hey everyone, welcome back to
5 Minute Eats, and today we've got a little snack food item for you.
This is interesting because we've done a few in the past and almost all of them were good.
Exactly, and from several different brands. Now this one is the Ashoka, the original Indian taste, Aloo 65 Dosa wrap, gluten-free, 100% vegetarian version of a classic dish from South India made with potatoes tossed with onions, curry leaves, and mustard and hand-rolled in a dosa. Just heat and eat, microwave in 3 minutes. This is chili pepper hot, they just say, and it is 7 ounces. And it is a product of India.
It's similar to like an American or Mexican burrito.
Yeah.
And thing about that is that like the frozen burritos we get here in America, the tortilla is always like
they're hard.
The corners are hard, and the tortilla, there's just too much of it. It's thick. Whereas with these Indian versions, the wraps, they use different bread, right?
Yeah.
And all of them work. They're not hard. They're soft and they're thin, and it works, which is really shocking. So I want to say this Indian burrito is actually might be better than the Mexican burrito. Especially because, you know, like the Mexican burrito is like you got your choice of meat, and then it's pretty much everything else is like kind of similar, right?
Yeah.
It might be rice in there, beans, sour cream, guacamole. What else am I missing here?
Lettuce,
like tomato,
yeah.
But with the Indian versions, there's like a variety, right?
And they're usually packed with flavor.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of times the regular burritos, they kind of rely on the meat to carry all of the flavor, and nothing else really is that seasoned. Now this is only $2.99, which I feel like is a good price.
I do agree with you. The price is good, but a couple of years ago, I think it was cheaper.
It was.
Unfortunately,
yeah.
Inflation. Because I remember a couple of years ago thinking, wow, this is a really
I think
good...
it was under $2.
And they were like, they had deals.
Yeah.
Like 2 for $4 or 2 for $3 or something like that. Now it's like $2.99. I'll be honest, when I saw this at the store, I was a little hesitant because I was like, damn, that's a lot of money. But I knew that this stuff was good. Now, here's one thing that the Indian burritos have going against it compared to the Mexican burritos. You know what those are?
What?
The Indian street food videos.
Oh, yeah.
Social media is filled with all the Indian street food videos, and I think it's turning off a lot of people to Indian food because it's unfortunately the worst of Indian street food.
A few bad mangoes just ruin it all for the bunch, don't they?
Yes, exactly. And I was saving this story for us to film to tell you about
really?
this. So other day I went to Indian buffet with my friend who's not Indian. You know, he's Japanese, right? And he's not big on social media. He's on there, but he's not big on there. So we were doing the buffet, and the food was good. We were having a great time. And then we go out for dessert, and they got like a variety of dessert, right? And you know, one of the staples is always the mango ice cream, right?
Yeah.
And it's sitting on like a bowl, the scooper.
Yeah.
And it's got water in there, and the scooper is in there, right?
Yeah.
The scooper? Yeah. Anyway, so the thing is sitting in there.
Yeah.
So as me and my buddy are getting our dessert, we notice an Indian guy, an Indian uncle. I think there was like 3 or 4 desserts. Yeah. He's already got 2 in one hand, right, in a bowl.
I'm nervous.
And all I know. Like, that's why I wanted to tell you on camera.
I feel like I know where this is going.
And so then he gets with his other hand, he gets some ice cream and puts it in his bowl, and then he puts it into the bowl, right, the scooper. And then next thing you know, what does he do? He takes his finger and starts rolling it in the bowl where the scooper is, and just starts like wash his finger off. Yeah. And we're just like watching this going, dude, like other people have to get their like.
I would have said something. I would have had to say something. I would have had to. I would have had to hand him his ass. That is messed up.
That is messed up. Yeah, exactly. So that's the problem, man, because you know you're like a few bad mangoes.
Yeah.
I'm afraid there might be more than a few. Yeah, and they might be here in America. And guys, if you're new to our channel, basically we review everyday grocery items. So before you spend your hard-earned money, let us tell you if it's worth it.
Well, this smells good. I just hope that the factory is staffed with good mangoes.
Yeah, no fingers were twirling in there and stuff.
No, that's so gross.
It is so gross. But
Yeah.
smelling it smells pretty good.
It's packed in there too. They
A lot of
roll
tomato.
these well.
Yeah. And the thing is, even the dosa, I love dosa, right?
Yeah.
So, there's no sauce. I wish it came with some sort of chutney.
Oh yeah, like
Right?
to have on the side to dip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you'd like to support this channel, the easiest way to do that is using our Amazon links the next time you shop there.
Guys, welcome back to our rating system. Thumbs up again, thumbs down over not. So for me, this is a thumbs up. So this thing, awesome. And I gotta tell you, because I was going into this, you know I like spicy food, right? I was a little nervous because I remember when we tried stuff like this before, it was
Hot.
It was hot, yeah. So I wasn't in the mood for that. But surprisingly, this is not that spicy. Thank freaking goodness. The dosa, soft, just like your typical dosa you make at home or you buy at the restaurant. It was soft and it was thicker than I was expecting it to be, but that's good because it held everything in place, right? The potatoes, there was plenty of it, seasoned well. The onions, the curry leaves, everything is awesome. Only thing is though, this was dry, so it needed some sauce. And before the break, I said it needed like chutney. My go-to, which is fascinating, right? Because in Mexican, and I gotta tell you, Mexican food and Indian food are so similar. And the thing is, in Mexican and Indian food, you got like the red and the green sauce, right? And for both cultures, my go-to is the green. I like the green, right? But in this instance, all I was thinking was, I wish I had some sambar to go with this thing, dip it in sambar or something like that. That's what I wanted. But this is dry. It's good, but if you're gonna eat this, you need something. And it would be even better if Ashoka gave you a chutney packet or something to go with this. Then I think it's a home run.
If you like what we're doing here, please consider sending a super thanks. It helps us continue to provide more amazing content.
So for me, I did have to kind of fight through my brain to eat this after that story about the finger swirling. But I'm glad that I fought
and the way
through
he
it.
did it was as if he
Nonchalant, right?
Nonchalant, and I almost
like it
as if
wasn't his first rodeo.
Yeah, it wasn't. Almost as if he was daydreaming that he was in the bedroom.
Oh no! So for me, it is going to be a thumbs up. I would just like to not hear a story like that again before I eat something. However, this was really good. And if you're familiar with like the typical dosa that you see, like if you type in dosa, you're gonna see probably like the big papery roll that's like kind of crunchy, and it has like a teaspoon of potatoes like in the very center of it. I've never understood that because I feel like it should be full all the way through. And then there's this kind of dosa that is more like almost like a tortilla. It's soft, it's a little bit stretchy, like it holds. This is the perfect kind of dosa because the other one, it's basically just a chip. In my opinion, that's a chip.
I think this is like what I usually have for breakfast.
Yes. This is more like a
crepe.
Yeah, it's like a crepe, a bread-like dosa as opposed to a crunchy, crispy one. And this is perfect. Like, I wish, honestly, that all of the dosas in the restaurant would just come like this. It should be full all the time. There's no reason to have
And it shouldn't be that long.
It shouldn't be that long. It's a little obnoxious. I don't understand the whole thing. But filling is on point. It is chock full all the way through. And it is seasoned really well. Like I wouldn't say that this is hot. I would say it's like a medium. It's slightly above mild while you're eating it.
If you don't like spicy, you're not going to like this.
Yeah, no. There is spicy,
but
it's not super hot like I thought it was going to be. But it also dissipates quickly. Like it's not lingering heat.
Yeah.
So if you don't have a high heat tolerance, it's really only there while you're chewing it in your mouth, and then it goes away. So I think that that's nice. It opens it up for a broader range of people that would probably enjoy this. It does need a sauce with it because it's pretty dry. It's just potato in there, basically. That's the main like vegetable in there. So, you know, I mean, a sauce of any sort, a liquid slippage is a potato's best friend, you know?
Yeah.
So you need something in there to dip it in or whatever. I think it would be great if they just like tucked you in a sauce packet right inside the thing. But the flavor is on point. It was really like, I wouldn't even say it was super Indian food flavored. I feel like if you didn't know, you would probably be hard pressed to like say what cuisine this even comes from.
Yeah.
Because it's just kind of like a general spicy potato, which many cultures have. I think the execution on it is good. It heats up well in the microwave. Love the dosa of it. It is not hard at all on the edges. You could eat the whole thing without feeling like it's just bread that you're eating. And the edges where it's like folded over, you know, in an American frozen burrito, it's like this thick of just the folded over tortilla on one side. This remains thin. Like, even though you can see it rolled up there, it's still thin because the dosa itself is so thin. Everything about this just works well. If you see anything like this in a store, you're not going to go wrong picking it up.
Put your finger in it. To sum it up, thumbs up, thumbs up.
And if you guys buy from Amazon, use our Amazon link. The reason is when you do that, we get 10 cents, 50 cents, possibly even $1, which means we can continue to review things.
All right, guys, that's the video. If you like what we're doing here, definitely check out our other channel, Food Prep Inc., and don't forget to give us a like and subscribe.